Hello, and welcome to the Marvelously Morbid podcast. I'm Sylvia.
And this is Matissa.
And we're starting to become more professional.
Yeah, your voice sounds really fancy right now.
Well, I feel like every time I re-listen to episodes a lot. It's my OCD. No, I don't know. But I feel like I'm yelling at people half the time. So now I'm really trying to. Sorry about this sound, but I'm gonna. Never mind.
No, I'm not
gonna do anything. Okay, here we go.
Well, we could just edit this out, but that would take too much effort. Right?
We're not gonna edit it out.
We're not going to.
So there you go. Have fun. That's what it sounds like when I move the microphone, and it's very heavy and fancy. That was sarcasm. But Matissa and I were just talking about, and see, here's what we do.
Were we talking about?
She comes over, and then we start talking about our days and things like that because we're a married couple,
yes,
basically. And then we don't have anything else to talk about when it comes to podcasting time. So today we keep talking, and then we're like, stop it, because we have to go back and forth talking on the podcast. So why don't we just wait? But anyway, before we stopped ourselves, we were talking about guys and how they will have sex with any girl. And here's really what we were talking about, and I don't even care if he's listening.
He's not.
We were actually talking about a guy who
I went on a few dates with.
Matissa had a few dates with. And then he proceeded to, after she decided she wasn't going to go on any more dates with him.
And we were roommates at this time.
Yeah, she and I were roommates at this time.
Roommates.
And then he wrote me, wanting me to not go on a date. It was much cruder than that. Wanting me to watch Netflix and chill with him. But he didn't, on the caveat that I did not tell anyone. And I'm sure that this is because I was pretty overweight. I've had weight loss surgery. I've lost almost 100 pounds. Woo, yay, go me. I'm still overweight. But at this time I was much more overweight. And I was just telling Matissa that I've noticed over the years that a lot of guys will have sex with, any girl regardless of her size. And I love people of all sizes. So we're not trying to size shame at all. And I'm also an overweight person. And I like overweight people. But anyway, including all of my ex-boyfriends, except one, Adam. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, the reason he said as long as I didn't tell anyone, like, oh, don't mention this to anyone, is probably because I was overweight.
I still can't believe that he said that. And I didn't find this out until like a week ago when you mentioned it.
Yeah, and one thing, like I don't know how he thought that I would take that, but I'm pretty sure that's how.
But I can't imagine ever doing that.
I can't either. That's because we're good people.
Okay, yeah.
Good people don't do things like that. But we were also talking about how some guys. Oh, and I'm not trying to say all men are like this. No, I'm not trying to say that at all. I love men. Well, I love some men. I love a lot of men. Okay. A lot of my best friends are men. So, Matissa, they're okay.
They're okay.
No, I'm not trying to man shame or anything, but I was just saying that I've known over the years a lot of guys who would have sex or date overweight girls, but would never admit to their friends that they did. That's what we were saying. The point is, some men are dicks.
Are trash.
But also some women are dicks. Some people are dicks in general. But yeah, overweight people face a lot of... I'm sorry, Ashley. I know I'm doing that thing with my mouth again. A lot of shit that they shouldn't have to face. I guess is what I'm going for. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But also, we were talking about our therapy and things we've both started. We both graduated from our group therapy that we were doing.
I think we talk about that last week? Maybe we did. I think we did.
I can't remember.
I can't remember anything.
But yeah, and so now we're doing just individual therapy, and my first appointment was today, and Matissa's had 3.
I had an assessment, and then I had an appointment yesterday and today.
Yeah, so we're We're doing great, and yeah, we're okay. We're not doing
We're
great.
not doing great,
but I mean, we're better.
We're doing
ourselves.
what we need to do to get better.
Exactly. But I was just telling her that I told my psychiatrist, my med manager, that I had started a podcast, and he was so excited. He was like, "Oh, what's it about?" And I was like, "Well, it's called Marvelously Morbid."
Did he say he would listen?
Okay, no. I'm always trying to advertise. Every time I go to the doctor, by the way, I have a podcast. And an Instagram, Sylvia Loves Makeup. I'm going to do it on here. Oh, speaking of Instagram, guess who else on Instagram? We do. I know we told you about it last time. Oh, we got so many subscribers over the last few days. Really? Okay, so many. We got like 10.
If we got 10, then that would be so many to us.
It was.
That is a lot.
It was like 10. So thank you. This podcast is not hugely popular yet. We're just starting, you know that. But thank you so much for following us, liking our posts,
listening to us,
emailing us, following us on Facebook,
asking us questions,
interacting with us. Thank you
so much
for everything. We appreciate it so much. We want this podcast to be successful. We want to speak out for, people in Kentucky who want a local podcast. We want to, we just hope that you all enjoy it, and we rely on you, and we would not be doing it if it weren't for you. So thank you. Oh. And also please rate, subscribe this episode and to this podcast, because that really helps us on iTunes. Seriously, we want to get noticed on iTunes. It just really helps us out, and we know that a lot of you have already rated us and shared and subscribed, and thank you. But that's all. That's where I was going. Anything you want to add to this riffraff?
No.
You're like, no, because you have talked.
You have covered everything. I think we can just end it here.
Okay, bye guys. So, no, but we're switching things up, and Matissa's going first this week because she's prepared and I'm not.
Oh yeah, you do usually go first. I didn't even register with me.
But I have not prepared at all, and Matissa's prepared.
Well, I'm kind of prepared. I did some research, but what I'm going to talk about, I experienced these things, so I'm going to give my...
So you're ultra prepared.
Well, maybe
Did you do this just so we could do this podcast? Do you have these symptoms just so we could talk about this?
Yes, when I was 5 years old, I knew.
Past Matissa knew that present Matissa would need this someday, so she was like, hey, you know what, buddy, we're going to fuck you up.
No.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I'm in a mood.
I'm glad. It makes me happy.
Good.
Okay. Today, we are going to talk about hypnagogic hallucinations. Have you heard, other than, I know I briefly mentioned.
I've just heard of them just in passing, in the past when you talked about how you would have them and what happened, and it is freaky.
Yeah. Okay. So they are a type of sleep hallucination, and they occur when one is in a transitional state between wakefulness and sleep. And there's another kind that's hypnopompic, I believe, but that's closer to when you're waking up in the morning after you've been asleep for several hours.
So I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. I like it.
Whenever I'm almost falling asleep and then I feel like I'm falling.
Oh yeah, that's called a hypnagogic jerk.
A hypnagogic jerk. Okay.
Yeah.
I am a hypnagogic jerk.
You are. But I think pretty much everyone experiences that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But that's not the same.
No, that is not the hallucinations. But it is during the same time that these happen. Is when you're
the same point. Okay.
Not fully awake, not fully asleep in this transitional
state, like the state we're in right now in life.
Yes,
state.
We are transitioning.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm transitioning to at all. I'm clueless, but it's happening.
We are transitioning.
I don't know where I'm going. But these hallucinations, as well as other mental phenomena, can occur during this time, such as lucid dreaming and sleep paralysis, which I think I've heard more about those things. Those are more common.
Yeah. And
I think sleep paralysis, it can occur during the hypnagogic, but I think it occurs more with the hypnopompic.
Okay.
But a lot of the stories I read, the people were,
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It doesn't happen to me.
Things
So I'm
are
so
happening.
thankful that it does not happen to me.
Yes.
The defining symptom of hypnagogic hallucinations are imagining very realistic objects or events right before falling asleep. And these are usually visual and they're auditory as well. And there's another, wide variety of sensory experiences you can have also, but auditory and visual are more common. But you can smell things and feel people touch, or things
God.
touching you, and thermal. Yeah,
Oh my.
there's so many things that can happen.
Have you ever smelled anything?
No, mine are strictly visual, but they're terrifying
still,
enough.
yeah.
No, they're it is. We'll get there later.
Okay.
It is so bad.
Even one, yes. Okay. I just imagine like auditory, like somebody being like, "I'm gonna kill you, Matissa."
People, no, I've never. Oh, I hope I don't develop anything like that. Let's keep it.
If we talk about it, you probably won't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
The more you talk about it, the less likely it is to happen, right?
Oh my God, you looked at me like I had some kind of scientific
I know, I looked scared. I was like, no, please.
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about all my problems. Please.
I don't have scientific data. I will never die.
Just keep saying it. Just keep saying it.
No, I don't have anything scientific. I'm just saying, what are what are the chances that if I talk about murder all the time, I'll get murdered? Probably not. I don't know. I just feel like talking about it makes it less likely. I know that is not true. But I don't know. In my mind it is.
Maybe it makes you less fearful of it.
That's
like
what it
more
is.
Normal.
That's probably the real scientific.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Okay. I'm sorry.
But
I went off.
No,
okay.
you're fine. But at the time, it does not feel that you are imagining these things. They feel very real. They can be terrifying and confusing because it's indistinguishable from reality. Like in contrast to when you're waking up from a dream, most people clearly recognize that it was a dream, or you almost immediately forget whatever dream you were having entirely.
Yeah.
Forget what you were dreaming about.
Yeah, you don't dream and know that I'm dreaming, or I don't.
No.
But
with these, no.
Yeah, with these, it's like
it's real. And I know it's like sitting here right now, I know they're not real. But when it happens, probably tonight, the 15 seconds that it's happening, it's going to be real to me.
Yeah, kind of like how they've done scans on patients with schizophrenia, their brains. And I mean, it is real to them. So this is real to you at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it is different from schizophrenia because you are technically in a sleeping, it's not, you're not fully.
So it's considered a sleep disorder.
Yes.
Okay.
You're not fully awake. Yeah, it's totally different from schizophrenia.
Yeah. Yeah. But it seems real the same as if a schizophrenic person sees something that seems real. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right.
And these episodes can last a few seconds to a few minutes and usually go away once a light is turned on. And I remember I do that. Like I jump out of, after I do whatever I do jump out of bed and turn a light on.
And then it goes,
But it's usually...
That's interesting. I wonder why that... Well,
I don't know. That's why... I don't know. But I can't sleep. People have been like, doctors like sleep with a night light. I can't sleep with any light at all. I need to...
Sorry for the squeak.
Total darkness.
Well, yeah, probably... I wonder if that stems from this, you needing total... I don't know. Like if you're afraid to see something. I don't know. I'm not going to therapize you.
But some people see odd shapes and vivid colors or people and animals. This is what I got from the research I did. But then reading actual stories, no one is seeing like
puppies.
Actually, I do have a friend. I won't say her name.
You can tell me. You'll tell me later.
Yes, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But she is the first person I've met that has this also. And she always sees what I'm talking about. She always sees like animals. She's seen like cute sea creatures. And I'm like, why can't I see that? I see like demons and corpses falling on top of me, or bodies floating over me, or black figures in the corner.
Yeah, like, why can't you see a
Why can't
unicorn?
I see a cute animal? Or some geometric shapes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Or an otter.
I would love to wake up and there be an otter in the bed with me.
I would...
Not a demon.
I've woken up with much worse than otters. I have too. Let me just tell you. Shout out to my sister, Ashley, who loves otters. I need to bring her on to tell her otter story. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's enough of that shit.
But like I was saying, most of the stories I read, people are saying crazy shit. And I think that the spiders crawling down the walls or like hanging from the ceiling over you is one of the most common